I was born in Porto, but I spent most part of my life having just a normal city life. I used to go many times to the beach with my father, and it was very common that we were going back home with some oil on our feet, because there's a big oil factory. So I grew up with pollution making part of my life. My family, it's me, my wife, my almost 4 years old kid, and my baby daughter. Of course, it's important to offer them or to give them the basic needs. Institutional education, or what is in the most part of our social standards, is that first of all you have to have a job, a house, a car, that kind of stuff. But the point, and the critical point here, is when you somehow give up of dreaming or of trying to follow what are our missions in this life. First of all is an attitude of respect. So we use water, although we are in a part of Portugal where there are not so many problems maybe as in some other regions like in the south. It still is a very sensitive issue. When we are in the bath, then we use some buckets, so the water we are using is kept in the buckets, and then you use it to water the plants and also for the toilet seat. Of course, it will be much more intelligent if the house was already planned in that way, of making possible the use of what is called grey waters, but it is not like that, so we try to do our part. We use ecological diapers, which is something somehow new in Portugal. 2 generations ago, there weren't these daily diapers that you use and you throw away. When they start coming, and people regard it as enormous progress. They tend to think that recyclable diapers or reusable diapers are something from very old-fashioned, from the past. And actually it's not like that. We have lost a lot of tradition of producing our own things, starting in our vegetables. So I've been trying myself, how to plant, how to farm in a very short period. We are talking about 2 or 3 decades. That reality has been changing in an incredible fast way. Lots and lots of shops are really disappearing. So we talk many times about the loss of biodiversity in the way and in the rhythm that we are losing many species. And it's not very different if you think about trade and the rhythm that local, traditional, familiar shops are disappearing from the city centers. I still remember, for example, when I was going to the bakery shop, everyone was taking its own bag. Normally like a handmade bag, normally very beautiful, very colorful. And then suddenly these bags, they start disappearing. They start being substituted by plastic bags. I regard a bit like the work of a farmer. I'm just doing my part, which is somehow to planting the seeds. It's about to try to do your part without too many expectations. If I'm expecting that traditional trade doesn't represent 16%, but thanks to my work then it will represent more, 20%, then I will be totally dismotivated. Well, I think the most important in life, in everything you do, is that you do it with passion, that you love it.